Okay, so on this one of the first things you need to notice, all of you are in architectural units. So that should tell us that we have to switch our units in AutoCAD so we can use these. Otherwise, you can just convert all of these to inches and run with it. But it's a lot easier, especially when you have 6'8", if you don't want to do the multiplication on it. So we're going to switch on over to AutoCAD, and I'll switch into architectural units, and then we should be able to build this one fairly simple. First thing we need to do is switch our units. So let's go and put them into architectural. Next, I'm going to start with a rectangle. I'm going to click my start point here, and then I'll put in my coordinates that I need. The X coordinate is going to be 3 foot, so you have to put the foot symbol, comma, and then the height of this is going to be 6'8", and hit enter. Now I want to build a rectangle that's right off the corner to the inside of this one. And the dimensions that I'm going to use for that is going to be 2 feet by 2 feet. So I have to first get the lower left corner at 6 in and 6 up from this endpoint. So let's go back to rectangle. I'll shift and right click and choose from. Remember, you have to physically click on this endpoint. And then I have to physically type in the @ symbol. 6, 6, enter. And then I'll give it the coordinates of my box. In this case, it happens to be a square. So it's 2 foot, 2 foot. Okay. So from here, I'll go ahead and offset. Give it my distance, which is 1. Select my square and offset it to the inside. Next, I need to go ahead and create a rectangle on the inside of this one. The width of it is the exact same as the square I created below. The height is just at 6. So let's go to rectangle. I'm going to touch this endpoint, and then I'm going to track off from it. So once you get the green tracking, type in 4, enter, and then I'm going to type in the coordinates. The X coordinate is 2 feet, comma, then the height of it is 6. Let's go ahead and offset that one as well. Usually I would save all these offsets to the end, but since I kind of started trending that way at the first one, I'll just do them as I create them. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is create the shape that's located here. The width of it is 10, and the height of it is 2'6", and it's another 4 inches away from that line created. So let's go to the rectangle command. Touch the endpoint, track away from it, type in 4, enter, and then I need to give it the dimensions. The X dimension in this case is 10, comma, the height is 2'6", enter. Now you'll notice at the top of this it has a radius on it. And it doesn't give you the dimension of that radius, but you know the width of this. So if I know how wide this is, which is 10, the radius of that should be half of that because this is nothing more than the diameter that goes across. So that radius is at 5. So let's go to fillet, radius, 5, enter. And I do have more than one of these, so I'm just going to select the multiple option. And I want to make a fillet between this line and this line. And I want another fillet between this line and that line. Then escape. Let's go ahead and do our offset on this one. So I'll go to offset. It's already set to 1. Select my shape and to the inside. Next, let's go ahead and create those little tabs on the inside. So a line from here to here. I'll create another line from here to here. Here to here. And I'm just going to create them only on this left side here. Okay. Now let's use the mirror command. And I want to mirror everything along the top. I just only want the tabs of the other two, so I'm going to create this blue window across. And I'm just going to choose this midpoint to this midpoint and hit enter. Okay, so that's everything that I needed to do to construct this door, and I hope you enjoyed this one, and thank you again for watching.